Good morning and welcome to AGORACOM News TV. It's Thursday, October the 10th, 2013. I've done my morning homework. I've gone through a bunch of press releases. The goal is to find a bunch of good companies that have impressive news releases out. Then I talk to you, give you my insight into why those companies stood out. And ultimately, the big goal is to help you find good companies to do your homework on and find some investment winners in there. I'm Alan Barry Labucan. I'm the chief market commentator for AGORACOM, and we're trying to keep the show to about 10 minutes. And I've got 9 companies to talk about today, so I'm going to get right to it. The first one I wanted to talk about is Timmins Gold. Timmins Gold announced that they produced 29,139 ounces of gold for the third quarter of 2013. This is record gold production for them and is a 15.8% increase over the same period of last year. They've done a bunch of changes to get their daily production numbers or their daily throughput up. And there's plenty of details in their press release. You can find that on their website. Their stock symbol is TMM on the Toronto Exchange. This is a recent pick of ours. It hasn't done that well, but I think part of that was due to their last quarterly report. And I think as the numbers come out on this one, that they'll get turn their trend around. They definitely look like they're oversold. The next company I wanted to talk about today is Silver Standard. Silver Standard produced 2.02 million ounces of silver and 7.81 million pounds of zinc in the third quarter. This is from their mine in Argentina called Pirqueras. I hope I didn't mess that name up too much. They had with 2 million ounces of silver, produced record amounts of zinc, 7.8 million pounds, focused on operating performance. Lots of good information in the press release today. Their stock symbol is SSO. I was just doing some homework on this chart, and it looks like it's getting to a pretty oversold basis, and I would think that this will be, I like what I'm seeing in the chart. I think this will be one that I talk about on tomorrow's Best of the Best in Weekly News show. The next company is Zenyatta Ventures. Zenyatta Ventures has had done a bunch more studies of the crystalline and surface area characteristics of their high purity Albany graphite. There's been some questions as to, they've always got to go through these. There's always questions until they do further work. They're doing the further work to test the purity of their graphite, and the results are coming back very good. And today's results are no different. The stock symbol on that one is ZEN. They're up 3 cents today to $3.10. They got up to $5 back in July. Have come down now. It looks like they reached support at $2.50, and they've been doing a lot better since then. ZEN or Zenyatta is another one that has been a past pick of ours. The next news release today is from Northern Gold. Northern Gold Mining released assay results from 21 drill holes from their Garson deposit on their Golden Bear project, which is 100 kilometers east of Timmins, Ontario. Some of the highlight holes included 4.79 grams per ton gold over 10 meters, had another 38.35 grams per ton gold over 8 meters. Plenty of other drill results in there. You can find it on the company's website. It's not like they're hitting a lot of really thick intersections, but that's sort of the nature with these higher grade type intersections. You don't really hit massive intersections of those. So it's an interesting play. It's not one that sort of stands out to me as wow, this one's really undervalued, or you know, that this is going to be a future mine. The stock, they've got a lot of it out, 279 million. Going to do some more homework on that one. The next company is Kaminak Gold. Kaminak Gold announced that they hit 3.05 meters of 15.78 grams per ton gold. This is more drilling on their project in the up in the Yukon there. They're hitting shallow oxidized gold-bearing structures. Again, that 15.78 meters. They also had another hole with 5.72 grams per ton gold over a pretty thick intersection, over 4 meters from 75 meters of depth. Lots of good information in the press release. I'm looking at the stock symbol the stock chart right now, and this one's looking like it could be ready for a bottoming type trend and get into a little more. Well, it's hard to say because they're getting close to the end of their season, so have to do some more homework on that one. Next company is Corvus Gold. Corvus Gold drilled 34 meters at 5.4 grams per ton gold at their Yellow Jacket high-grade zone in the North Bullfrog project in Nevada. As the viewers know, this is a past pick of ours in our weekly best of the best and weekly news. Its company's run by Jeff Pontius. Jeff Pontius has had a long career of finding multi-million ounce gold deposits. He's found 3 of them. Looks like he's on to another one down in northern Nevada or southern Nevada. Really like these latest intersections. Their stock symbol is KOR. Just looking at the chart now, it's really turned around since the summertime, and I think it's in a bullish trend. Short term may be a little looks to be a little oversold and ready to get stronger. Next company is Excellon Resources. Excellon Resources announced that they produced 454,000 ounces of silver from their ore grading 975 grams per ton silver during the third quarter of 2013. This is a 50% increase in production over the Q2 from the previous quarter. What I like about this is they've got an all-in cash cost of $10.65 per silver equivalent ounces. They're generating positive cash flow with cash, accounts receivable, and securities totaling $9.7 million at the end of the quarter. Looks like they can keep adding to that. Excellon stock symbol is EXN. They trade on the Toronto Exchange. Stocks looking short-term oversold and ready to start rallying. Next one is Pretium Resources. Pretium Resources was hammered pretty aggressively yesterday. It looked to me to be getting a little bit overdone. The rumors I'm hearing are that there was 2 geological teams working on the bulk sampling. One didn't like the methods that one was using, and so one left, and the market got hammered. But today they're back quite significantly, and they had a bunch more really high-grade drill results. 3,180 grams of gold per ton over a half a meter, 2,000 grams per ton over a half a meter. I mean, these are not thick intersections, but what can you expect with such super high grades as that? This is really reminiscent of what we see a lot in Red Lake, Ontario. So I mean, this is a lot of super high grade stuff in here. But then they're getting also 10 meters at 20 grams per ton gold. You know, there's a lot of gold and silver in this system at Pretium, and as I said, I thought it got oversold yesterday, and will likely be one we talk about on our best of the best in weekly news. Stock symbol is PVG, trades on the Toronto Exchange. Next company and final company date is North American Nickel. North American Nickel, we had Rick Mark, the CEO of the company, on one of our interviews not too long ago. He talked a lot about this Imiak Hill project that they have just made a new discovery of nickel on. At that time, they were waiting for assay results. Those assay results have come out, and they look very, very strong. 7.06% nickel, and 6.26% nickel. They had a 25.5 meter intersection of 3.25% nickel. Really good grades in there, and pretty substantial thicknesses. But what's really interesting about that play is that they're likely just on the top of a system, and as they get into the deeper sections, these kind of pool up these deposits, and you kind of get at the top. It's just sort of it's not like when you get deeper down into the pool, so very, very good grades. I'm quite impressed with these results. NAN is the stock symbol on that one. And I like the way the stock's been performing of late. I really think they've got quite an interesting and exciting project here. So that's all the news for today. I probably ran over my 10-minute limit there, but we had lots to talk about. That's the weekly news shows for this week. Join us tomorrow for our Best of the Best in Weekly News show. Before making any investments, it's important to do your own homework and speak with your financial advisors. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.